Passes aside, merits aside, and distinctions aside, I'm going to tell you about a story that has been in my mind from the time that I was only about 9. See, I've been thinking about a girl by the name of Nadine. She had turned 13. Well, happy birthday, Nadine. But the one thing that really hurts me the most is that Nadine was contemplating suicide. The question is, what is it exactly that you thought of when you're 13? What is it exactly that you said when you're 13? What is it exactly that you did when you're only 13 years old? Well, I started to notice the girls, they even noticed the guys. I even had a mountain bike and I used to leave on the side of them. Those were the good old times if only I could just rewind. But you see, not in Nadine's case, because the only problem is Nadine would maintain a big smile on her face. And that alone caused the parents to miss the point that the bullies at her school were playing ping pong with the mind, body, and soul like an acrobatic rag doll trapped in a science lab for nothing but experiments. Because the only thing she ever did wrong was to be of an Asian descent, weigh 13 stone, and have a so-called weird accent, which is completely unacceptable in today's society. Nadine was walking through a 20-meter corridor which seemed like a mile to a classroom door. And she was ridiculed with nothing but words of neglect, racial discrimination, and hate. She even had a piece of toilet paper dipped in toilet water splattered to her face. And as she clenched tightly to the crucifix on her necklace, she received one final blow. That blow, however, was from an idiot who thought it would be cool to fight girls completely defenseless. That blow created a foundation which reinforced the ideas of suicide she'd had earlier. Nadine had had enough. She decided to pack up a locker and head for the high school exit at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She went missing for a week and a half before anybody could launch an inquiry of her whereabouts. Nadine's body was then found about 13 meters from her house, hanging from the nearby woods. She even clenched tightly a piece of note confirming this very poem. The question is, how long are we going to let this go on? How long are we going to lose any more lives? And how long are we just going to stand aside and look? Now, even though I was only about 9, if only I had said something, if only I had done something, and if only I had gotten some attention for Nadine. But if I had said something, if I had done something, and if I had gotten some attention for Nadine, maybe the bullies as well were going to feast on my soul too for a week or two. But that would be so worth it because Nadine would still be alive today. They say that slavery was abolished in 1833. Citation 3 and 4, Will chapter 73. But you know, the funny thing is, none of it talks about mental slavery, which means that any idiot has the audacity to cause mental slavery, torture, and pain and get away with it. The best that I can say today is Nadine, rest in peace. So I'm thinking of passes aside, merits aside, distinctions aside, I just told you about a story that has been in my mind from the time that I was only about 9. If only I could just rewind.